Amy from Winterwood Studio, and welcome to my studio. As you saw from the cover photo, this is my goodbye for now. My surgery, in case you didn't know, I'm having surgery on my shoulder. I tore 2 of the 4 tendons in there, and it's just a couple days away now. So, this video is a mishmash video. We will be looking at hot press watercolor paper, testing some fine liners on it, testing some watercolors on it. I'm gonna be getting ready for surgery, and some of the things that I'm planning during surgery so that I can continue to make art while I'm recovering. I'm gonna be making some prints and some stickers. I did a watercolor piece in the last 2 weeks that I'll be showing. I heard back from Copic about the markers with the cap, so you'll hear about that. And I think if there's anything else I forgot, it'll have been popping up around here. And I just wanted to talk to you all and have a nice chat. So grab yourself something cozy to drink. I'm drinking my Irish breakfast tea again today. So grab yourself something cozy to drink and come on in and let's chat for a little bit. Okay, so it's Friday morning. I'm filming this. This will go up tomorrow. And we are really just a few days out now from my surgery, and I am trying not to focus on it, and I'm trying not to be nervous. I don't know, I've had a lot of new subscribers lately, so if you don't know, I'm Amy. I'm an artist. This is my studio. I also have autoimmune disease. I have Crohn's disease, which is where your body attacks your intestines, and in my case, some other organs too, and you get bleeding ulcers. And I have struggled with being in remission. It's been a hard road for me. I am on biologics, but also a small dose of steroids still, which can make surgery a little dangerous as far as infection. So I'm assuming everything will go fine. This is going up tomorrow, Saturday, so like I said, it's not that far away now. By the time my next video goes up next Saturday, the surgery will be over and I will have been home. So I tried to film ahead as much as I could. I have, I think 3 videos filmed and like done and scheduled for during that recuperating time. I'm not exactly sure how the surgery is going to go. It depends on what they find when they get in there. So there's some question about how bad the tears are. One of them they think is full thickness, but it might not be. There might be a little bit hanging on. So depending on how bad it is, it'll either be they go in, they clean it up, they remove loose fibers, they don't reattach anything. And that, they said, would be like a 4-week in the brace with several months of recovery. Or they have to attach the tendons back down to the bone. And in that case, it's going to be an 8-week in the immobilization brace and probably a full year before I'm fully recovered. So it's my non-dominant arm. I'm hoping to still, be here. But my goodbye for now is because you will not be seeing like new freshly filmed videos for a while. And I don't expect that I will be able to do the Thursday live streams for a while. So I will check in with everybody as soon as I can, probably on my community tab here on YouTube, as well as over on my Patreon. I'll let everybody know how I'm doing as quickly as possible. But yeah, I'm nervous. I'm trying not to be, but I'm nervous. So, and before anybody asks, because I always get people asking, we did a cortisone shot and we did intensive physical therapy twice a week, hour-long sessions, both times for, I think like 2 months. And I haven't gotten any of my range of movement back. There's just nothing there. There's just like, if I put my arm up like this and to here, I can't, there's just nothing there to control it. And yeah, well, anyway, so it is what it is, and I have spent the last 2 weeks trying to distract myself, but also get ready. So this vlog is a lot of that. I like to call them art chats. I don't know. Vlog is, I'm having an art chat with you. So, yeah, let's get into the video. I don't even remember what I filmed because I've been filming for the last 2 weeks. So, I'm not sure if I forget anything. Like I always put up words, you guys know. So it is, like I said, Friday. It's Friday morning, at 8:57, and I am expecting, they called it the Mr. Iceman. It's like a machine with tubing that goes to a wrap that's super cooled for my shoulder. That and then the immobilization device are supposed to be delivered in like half an hour. So I will try to get a little bit of work done before they come. Yeah. Okay, you guys. I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's stressing me out. It's making me scared. So I am going to go do something for a while, and I will start popping in the footage of the week here, and I will be back in a little bit. You guys, I thought of something else I could show you too that I'm going to be planning to do during my recovery. I signed up for some classes on Domestika. Not sponsored in any way. I just like taking classes on there. So I'm going to take you over to my computer and scroll through and show you. I think I picked like maybe 4 classes to sign up for to take while I'm recovering, because if I can't make art, then I'd at least like to consume and learn about art. Okay, so here we are at the classes that I'm planning to take during my recovery. Or watch during my recovery. So this is Naturalistic Animal Drawing with Graphite Pencil by Amy Dover. And this is one I'm really excited to take. So there's a quick overview of that. These will all be linked down below in case you want to take them too. This is Painting Realistic Watercolor Landscapes, a course by Richard Thorne, which is something else I'd like to get better at. So there's a quick overview of that. And then Expressive Architectural Sketching with Colored Markers by Albert Kiefer. And I'm a Plus member. Again, these are not sponsored in any way. I'm not associated with Domestika in any way. I don't get any sort of discount from them. I'm a Plus member, so some of these classes were free and some of them are at a reduced rate. So this is Illustrating the Natural World with Watercolor and Charcoal by Sarah Stokes. I have taken a couple of her other watercolor classes. They're very interesting. So there's an overview of that. And then Portrait Sketchbooking, Explore the Human Face with Gabriella Nico. Another one that I'm planning to take. And then also Sketchbook Illustration with Colored Pencils by Zoe Barker. This one looks like a lot of fun. This one's more illustration based, I think. And then Surreal Illustration with Watercolor and Ink. And even though I'm trying to save these until when I'm recovering, I've been watching this one a little bit. So these will all be linked below in case you want to take any of them with me or check any of them out. So here's a couple little real-time or close to real-time clips of the watercolor piece I painted this week. I made this into the stickers for my Patreons for this month, and also it is the tutorial over on my Patreon for this month, but I will also have a longer video of this coming because I tried some brand new watercolors in this, and I'm going to review them in the video that's still coming. Hi everybody, it's Wednesday morning. I don't know if you can see it. I've been working on, this is going to be the March tutorial process video over on my Patreon, so I've been working really hard on that the last 2 days. I don't think I even checked in yesterday. But one thing I really want to do today, so I've been doing a lot of watercolor and gouache along with like drawing media as I'm getting ready to go into my surgery, which is coming up really soon. Not next week, but the week after. And this is my Daniel Smith palette. I got some new colors over Christmas that aren't in here yet. And I do have a whole row here where I could put additional colors. And I came across an artist. It was one of her pieces was in one of my older watercolor artist magazine. And she only paints with transparent watercolors. And she also is a member of the Transparent Watercolor Society, which I did not even know was a thing. And I've been thinking, even before I came across that, I've been thinking for a while now about dividing my Daniel Smith colors into opaque or semi-opaque, semi-transparent, and then transparent. I'm not sure how that would look in this palette. This is, I think, a 40 palette. And I'm not sure if I just want two separate palettes or if I want to have them separated in one palette. So I thought I'll move you from here to here. We'll look at all the colors I have. We'll see if we can rearrange them the way we want. And pour a couple new pans for the colors I got for Christmas. And then I put a poll up. By the time this video goes up, it'll be 2 weeks old, that poll. But I put it up yesterday. And I was asking, like, if I should invest in some Winsor & Newton professional watercolors or some core watercolors. And it seems about half and half. And then I came across that transparent watercolor article last night. And I was looking at the colors in the Winsor & Newton line that are transparent. And I was like, eh. And then I was looking at the Daniel Smith colors that were transparent. And you know, Daniel Smith is known for granulating colors. So a lot of my colors are granulating, but they also do have a whole lot of transparent watercolors that have a light fast rating of 1 and are also non-granulating. So I want a palette of transparent, non-granulating watercolors. We're going to see what I have, and maybe I have, I think the paperwork's in my, but I have like the whole chart printed out, and I was circling possibilities and whatnot. I want to make sure I have like a full palette of mixing colors of that. So I'll move you from here to here and let's look through my watercolors. Okay, you guys, so last night I sat down and, well, first of all, I swatched all of my Daniel Smith watercolors, every one I own, on my live stream last Thursday. And last night I finally sat down and I labeled each one, if it's non-staining or staining, no, light fastness first, then staining or not staining, granulating or not granulating, and transparency. And I went through and I looked and found, I'm trying to make, I mentioned it before, a transparent, non-granulating palette of paints. So, the colors I have right there that I use a split complementary, so a cool and warm yellow, a cool and warm red, a cool and warm blue, and then I like raw umber, burnt sienna, and Payne's gray. And then if I can, I like to add a convenience orange, a convenience purple, and I do like to have a convenience warm, well, if you can only have one green, pick a cool green because you can always warm it up with yellow. But I do like to have a convenience warm yellow and a convenience warm green and a convenience blue green. So I have my empty palette ready to go. I have to put the pans in. I've got a couple in there. And I sat through and made a list of what I have and what I don't have. And I did place an order. It won't probably come this week, so it won't make it in this video. But I thought I could start filling up. I am going to put every transparent, and I mean, like, you know how a transparent sign can be transparent, semi-transparent, semi-opaque, or opaque. On Daniel Smith, they just have transparent, semi-transparent, and opaque. So for Daniel Smith, I'm picking only the plain circle of transparent, and I'm going to put them in here, and I will put every color I have in here that is like that, not just my split complementary palette. So I'm going to do that, and then I also have my watercolors that are not Daniel Smith. I have a couple Core and a couple Winsor & Newton and a couple Sennelier, which never dry when I put them in pans. But this one is transparent. I don't know if it's granulating. It's not listed on here, with a light fastness of 1. So I'm going to check through these two, and if any of these meet those requirements, non-granulating and transparent, they will end up in here as well. Probably going to work on this tomorrow, I think. It is Wednesday right now. I have one video rendering and another uploading right now, and I'm just plugging away, keep going. We are less than a week away from surgery day, so I am just going to keep going. this planning is kind of fun, and it is helping distract me from other things. So in between editing, I've been working on this. And then I did also do this painting this week, a botanical style. Oh, I have no lights on. It's probably really dark in here for you guys. Here, turn the lights on quick. A small botanical style piece of forget-me-nots. This is going to be the April tutorial over on my Patreon, and I use some brand new watercolors on these, not Daniel Smith, a different brand. So that video will be coming sometime here during my surgery recovery. And then I have to get started on my April tutorial for Patreon, which I have sketched out on some paper here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bunny with some crocuses. This is going to be watercolor and gouache, so I'm going to work on that tomorrow as well. And just keep plugging away. I do not think I will be able to do the live stream tomorrow because I can't live stream and upload videos at the same time. And I'm trying to upload a bunch of videos for YouTube so I don't just disappear after my surgery. So I don't think that's going to work tomorrow, but I will keep plugging away on everything and hope to have videos for you guys all through the surgery recovery. Okay, so I guess this is going to be my transparent, non-granulating Daniel Smith palette, because I don't know if you can see that, but over here I have all my Daniel Smith colors that are transparent and non-granulating, plus markers for the colors that are coming in a future video. So I'm going to start setting this up with the colors I have and writing the names on the sides. Okay, so this is just me filling up the palette, and I wasn't even talking this time, but right there I missed one. So all of the rest now from here on out are wrong, and I'm going to have to take them all out and rewrite the names on the sides of the pan and rearrange them. So even when I'm not talking, like on the live stream, I still screw things up sometimes. I think I get ahead of it there. I think I noticed that I screwed it up. I was counting, but not yet, I guess. Oh, no, I noticed. There they go. So, yeah. I did place the order for the rest of the watercolors, plus a bunch, well, some other goodies. So that should be coming. I was going to save it for later on, but I didn't get as many videos done as I was planning to. So it's probably, there is a bug on my bag and I never even saw it. Did you guys see that bug? Oh my God, it was scary. Anyway, the video of the watercolor haul plus setting up the rest of the palette and swatching all the new watercolors will be coming up shortly here on my channel. And here is the scanned in watercolor piece that I did, and I am cleaning it up with Procreate on my iPad to turn it into a sticker file. I did sorry about that, you guys, did two prints and sticker files for Patreon this week. I did the ones for February. I ship out, like if you're Patreon in February, then the first week in March, I ship out the sticker and prints from the previous month. But I'm sending out the ones for March early because I don't think I will be able to do it later on because of my whole arm situation. So this is the sticker for people who are patrons in March. If you are signed up by the 17th, Sunday the 17th at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, then on Monday, your sticker and print set will go out. This is the sticker, and the prints are the rainbow lorikeets. I think I showed it earlier in the video. But this is just how you clean up the sticker file. I have a longer, I think, a live stream where I show how to do this if you're interested in looking for it. And here I'm over at my computer, and I am setting up the file for cutting the stickers for my Cricut. I think it's the Cricut Air Express 2, maybe? I never remember the name of the actual machine, but this is just a quick little 30-second snippet of how I set up the files for that. I do like making stickers. It's a lot of fun, and it's nice to be able to make them at home so you can make exactly how many you need for your patrons. And then my favorite part, cutting out the stickers. This is sped up to 1000%, so much faster.
But this is always my favorite part. I love to cut out the stickers and have like a finished product in my hand. I love this machine, even though I've had it for several years now.
Okay, you guys, I just set you up very precariously on my markers for a second to pop in to tell you I think there's going to be a lot of art hauls to fill in the spaces where I didn't have time to film everything during my recovery from my surgery. So I ended up doing a watercolor art haul, and then I did just a big fun, lots of new supplies art haul, and I think I'm going to split that one into 2 parts. So I know some of you don't like that, and I know it promotes consumerism, or at least buying new fun art supplies, and I am sorry about that, you guys. I did not get as much pre-filmed or edited as I wanted to. So I'm sure you've heard people say before, like the unofficial slogan of YouTube is post or die. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do want to keep trying to have my Saturday posts because I'm going to be losing the live streams for a while. So sorry if you don't like art hauls. I'm meant to have a whole bunch more stuff filmed. I have some stuff filmed but not edited, and my surgery at the time that I'm filming this is just a few days away. And I need to do other things too, like get the guest room set up for my recovery space and pick up the Mr. Ice machine and the arm brace and, you know, finish grocery shopping and getting everybody's prescriptions and making some freezer meals, and I'm doing the best I can. So bear with me through the art hauls, and I will be back making other content as soon as possible. Okay, everybody, it is Friday afternoon. It is late Friday afternoon, 2:16. Almost time for my kids to be home from school. The whole day was wasted. I had my pre-op physical today, and I was like foolish. I was like, it'll be like half an hour. They did an EKG, a chest x-ray, a bunch of blood work. I was there for almost 3 hours. So today's kind of shot in the behind. But I came home and this package was sitting on the deck. And you guys, see if you can see what's in there if I hold it up. Let's see if you can see. Can you see? So all the Copic markers that were cracked, they replaced, except there's 2 missing. I don't know if I should be a jerk about it and be like, hey, you missed 2. Or just let it go because they replaced all the rest of them. I'll probably just let it go. But they did replace them, and she said, she also said she thought the problem was fixed. I don't know if that fits with what people are hearing. But she said that most of the complaints they'd been getting were from older markers. So I haven't swatched these or anything. I haven't checked them. I haven't looked for cracks. I'm assuming they wouldn't send me cracked ones. So I'm going to check these. And I was thinking, so it's that time of year again where they do the Copic Awards. And I wanted to enter last year, and I missed it. I think because my son got sick. Yeah, because so I missed it last year because he was sick and dealing with some stuff. So this year, I think the deadline to enter is like May 10th. I'll put a link to the website and like the rules and everything in case anybody's interested. So I'm only a week and a half out from surgery, but I'm thinking that if I have time, I'm going to, and I don't know if you can see, it's a complete mess behind me. I'm trying to move things around and everything and get situated so I can make art in here somewhat. I moved my big easel out, my big giant one that I love so much and was like one of the first real art things I bought myself. I moved it into storage for now because I have occasionally tripped over it because the legs stick into the room and this is a narrow room, and I didn't think it would be a good idea to trip on it when my arm's in the thing. So that is out for now, and I'm still rearranging things to make things as good as I can. But I was thinking after I get that all done, it's Friday, so I'm gonna try to do most of that, the rest of it this weekend, and then also finish up like YouTube and Patreon and stuff. And plus I wanted to show you, I saw a lady painting on like some handmade wood panels that were like layered on the side, and I sent some pictures to my dad, and he made me their maple and cedar little panels for painting on. Probably won't get to paint on them till after the surgery. He made me 4. This is maple, and then maple and cedar on the sides. So 2 of this, like this size, and then he made the rounded one I just showed you, plus 1 with square edges. And they're hollow on the back for hanging. So I wanted to show you that. That was very nice of him. They'll be fun to paint on. Okay, you guys, so here, maybe you can see this. I don't know if you can see I've got a scrap of my Arches Hot Press paper here. And I just am going to do some testing. I'm going to write down what I'm using here, and we'll let it dry, and I'm going to come back and make sure that these are waterproof before I start planning some. And actually, we'll just do that. So I'm just going to make some lines here with several of the Pigma microns. Just make sure everything is, let it dry, and then we'll come back. We're even going to use a thick one. Uh-oh, that's the brown. That's okay, we'll test the brown too. Here's the black. Okay. I'm probably going to test some more pens on here, some different brayons. I grabbed this. This is not what's in here. I switched things out. We're going to try... I don't know where the rest of this set is, but we'll try what we have here and see how it goes. This is the Winsor and Newton for meant to go with watercolor, so Winsor and Newton. And we will let this dry for a while, because sometimes that's what makes or break whether a pen is waterproof. Let's see if I want to try any of the rest of these. I don't think I do right now. Okay, you guys, so I let this dry overnight, and we are going to just test with some water first. And see what happens. So the Pigma microns look good. There was no lifting or muddying there. These are the Winsor & Newton fine liners. Also good. I think a lot of the time, Ohuhu might have lifted a little, but they're really meant to go with alcohol markers. So the Shinhan Touch. A lot of the time, I think when I hear people say that theirs were, you know, lifting or muddying their watercolors, I think a lot of the time it's probably because they didn't let it dry overnight. One of the keys to using hot press paper and like layering colors is really let it dry overnight. So let's do some color layering. Let's start first with something I know is translucent. I think I said this in this video already, but if you guys would like me to do a video in the future about how to use hot press paper, I know it can be a little difficult, let me know. Now I'm going to use something that I know is granulating. So let's do the lunar black. If I can figure out where it is. This is upside down, so it would be helpful if I put it the right way. Okay, there we go. Here's our lunar black. Now this will not granulate as much as it would on cold press, which is why I'm doing this, to show you how much it granulates. And then, one other thing I would like to do, is, I'm gonna pull out my bag for this. No, I know. The swatches I made. I wanna find one that's non-staining so we can see how the layers lift if you try to lift over it. So let's find one that's non-staining. We're gonna look for a 1. Payne's Gray is non-staining. I don't know how well you'd be able to tell if that was lifting though. Let's do the buff titanium, because that's also kind of opaque and slightly muddy. So when we let this dry and do the next layer, you should be able to really see what I'm talking about here. So here's the buff titanium. And we're gonna let this dry and we'll come back and see how things layer. I'm just gonna add a couple other colors just for fun here. Test things out. And let's do some undersea. Is this the undersea green? Yes. Undersea green. Am I still on camera? Okay. Alright. Oh, you can see the arches showing up there. I see the A. There's the words. Okay. Let's let this dry for a little bit and I will be back and we'll see what our results look like. Okay, you guys, so here is our swatch. Let's see here. So there's the swatch. Whoops. So one thing I want you to notice is that the colors dry a lot more vibrant on the hot press paper. This Lunar Black hasn't granulated as much as it normally has. And now this water's not clean. I was doing stuff in the meantime, but I'm gonna see, okay, see that? I don't know if you can see that there. But see how much that lifted? So, especially on non-staining colors, lifting can be a problem on hot press. So you really need to be pretty confident in your layers. Now, this is one that's more of a staining color. And you can see that's still lifted even a little bit. You can see the orange here coming up on my brush. So once you put a layer down, like you don't wanna, if you're gonna put, here, let's put a layer of something over. Let's pick over this orange, let's do a layer of this transparent, I think this is the permanent rose madder. You're gonna wanna put it on and then not fuss with it. So you do need to be fairly confident because the more back and forth you go, the more you're going to activate this other underpigment. And I don't know if you can see, but this is lightening and changing as we go back and forth over it. So that's just something to be aware of with hot press. It's very popular with botanical artists because it dries so clear and brilliant and bright. And it can be really fun to work with if you take the time to learn how to use it. Okay, you guys, it is Tuesday, 1:22, and the whole day is shot. My son had to have an emergency tooth pulled this morning, and then I had to go and get 3 weeks worth of groceries and all our medications for everybody in our house for the next however long, in preparation of the surgery. So, the groceries, it was a huge amount of groceries. I am still putting them away. I only have the refrigerator stuff put away right now. I have to put everything else away. There's way more than normal. I didn't want my husband and kids to have to go shopping in the first week or 2 after my surgery. So there's a lot there. And then I'm going to be making some freezer meals tonight. So my whole Tuesday is pretty much shot. I'm starting to stress out a little bit about how much I'm going to get done. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have March all the way taken care of for Patreon, and halfway taken care of for April. I'd like to get it taken care of all the way for April. I was hoping to do May too, but we'll see. And then I wanted to transfer some drawings to watercolor paper or marker paper so I could have big stuff to work on after my surgery if I felt like it. And I have to get all the YouTube videos pre-filmed and scheduled. And I'm feeling kind of stressed out. So it's Tuesday. I still have about a week-ish until surgery. So I'm just going to try to stay calm, take some deep breaths. My shoulder's really hurting today. I don't know what I did, but it's reminding me that it's a good thing I'm having it fixed because it's really hurting today. So I'm going to go put the groceries away. So I hope you liked that video. It will be the last mishmash video for a while because they require a lot of editing, and editing is a two-handed kind of job. So I hope to get back to making regular videos as soon as possible. I do know that this is supposed to be a fairly painful surgery, so I don't know. Hopefully it's not too bad and I can get back to stuff soon, or maybe they might have to be less edited. I had hoped to have like 8 weeks of videos filmed, but obviously that didn't happen. So it is what it is, and we will push through it. And I want to thank everybody for hanging in there with me since the injury happened in late November. The channel has sure changed a lot since that happened. It's been hard to... I mentioned in the beginning how, like, it's this arm that's hurt, but if I go like this, I can't go like this. So it's been really hard for me to, because I want to hold my paper down, you can't see, but I want to hold my paper down on my desk, and I can't, I'm at that end range of motion there, I can't do that. So it's been very painful to try to do work on my desk, and I've pushed through and done a couple of pieces, but it's hurt. So I want to thank everybody for hanging in there with that. I do actually really enjoy making these art chat videos. I did them here and there before I hurt my shoulder. But I had to obviously do them a lot more because I couldn't do a full piece, like from start to finish in a week during this time. And I do really enjoy, like, it feels like storytelling in a way. And I do really enjoy, like, doing the storytelling aspect of it. And, like, fun fact, before I got sick and had to leave university, I had actually applied to New York University for filmmaking as a transfer student and been accepted. I obviously didn't get to go, but yeah, so I do enjoy making these videos. I would love to have, like, you know what I would really like to have? One of those drones with a really good camera, so, like, you know, because I'm in, not wilderness, but in a very unpopulated area. It'd be really fun to do some, like, overhead drone footage and stuff like that. If you ever have watched Jonna Yinten, I think I'm saying her name right, she's Swedish. She's got millions of followers. I'll put her YouTube down below, but she's one of my favorite people to watch. She lives in Sweden, and I'm mostly Swedish, and I think about, like, how my family can't... Anyway, but she does the coolest stuff with that drone, and maybe someday, I'd like to upgrade my cameras and, like, really have more of a cinematic type thing going. But anyway, lots of projects, but I have to get through this surgery first. So I'm going to get through the surgery and be back as soon as possible. And thank you to everybody who has supported me or encouraged me or said prayers for me or sent good healing thoughts for me. It has meant so much to me, and I kind of feel like the healing has, I feel like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to come through the surgery and I'm going to be okay because I feel like there's so many people who are sending me their good vibes or prayers or thoughts, and I really appreciate it. So, have a great rest of your Saturday or whatever day you are watching this, and until next time, happy creating.